everyone, this is Angie at Stampin' with Amore, and today I'm sharing another box, and this is the box that I was trying to figure out for about a week now, and I finally came up with something. So here is the box. It has a little triangular top, and this is the part that was driving me crazy, but I figured out a way to use some designer series paper for the top. So it just pulls off. It's a 3x3x3 box, so it'll fit lots of really fun goodies or a small gift even. And this is Bermuda Bay and Daffodil Delight. I just thought it was super bright and cheery. And then this is the Share What You Love designer series paper. So I am going to use the same designer series paper. I'm changing up the color, you know, I like to do that sometimes. And I am going to use Old Olive and Rich Razzleberry. Now the bottom, this is for the top of the box. This is 6x6, and I'll show you what we're going to do to form the top on that one. And then this is for the bottom of the box, and it's 9x9. And then you're going to need 2 pieces of the designer series paper, which is the Share What You Love, and these pieces are 6.5 by 7/8 inch. So you need 2 pieces. And then you're going to need some ribbon and an extra piece of the Rich Razzleberry and a piece of Whisper White to stamp the sentiment on. And the sentiment is from one of my favorites, A Good Day, and it's the Just Because. You can use any of these. You can put any of these little figures in this circle here, or you can just use the Just For You or the Thank You So Much for any occasion. I just like the Just Because for this box. Okay, so let's get started. Alright, the first thing that we're going to do is take care of the top of the box. And I'm going to just scoot that out of the way for a minute. And what you're going to do with the 6x6 you're going to cut 4 pieces that are 3x3. So you're going to cut that in half, and then these 2 in half, and you'll have 4 3x3 pieces. So that's how we're going to start with this. Now you're going to score it at 1 inch on each side, on one side. So do each one of them. And then we're going to do some hand scoring. And this box is so worth the extra effort that goes into this, and it's really not hard at all. So then what you're going to do is take I'm going to just use my marker, and I need my ruler. And here is the bottom. This is going to be your little bottom flap that's on the bottom, and it's going to be on the box. So on this very top here, you're just going to mark each one of these at 1.5. So just mark each one. And it's important you get them, you know, mark at the right spot. So these all line up together. And then we're going to hand score all of these, each one from that spot at the top to this score mark down here to the corner. So it's going to give you a triangle. I'll show you closer in just a minute. So you're going to do it on both sides. Make sure you do it pretty accurate. So you can see the triangle there. We're going to do each piece like that. So I'll just speed it up to do these because I don't want to. This is going to probably be a little bit longer video. Okay, so we have all 4 pieces scored. Now the next thing that you're going to do is take your scissors, and you are going to cut these sides off, and these are going to be our little glue tabs. And what I did was I made sure that this was right to the very top. So cut it as close as you can to that point. This way when you fold it over, I'm going to fold them this way because I have my dot there. So when you fold these over, you have a really nice point there. And then this is going to be the side of our box. So do that on every one. You score them really good. And this one goes that way. And then we'll be ready to put it together already. Okay, so I'm going to use some tear and tape because you want this to stay together. You just have to put it on 2 pieces, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay, so we have it on both pieces that we need it on. And I'm going to remove the backing. I'm going to use my little piercer. Yep. This one's giving me a hard time. There we go. Okay, so we have the backing off there. Now what you're going to do is you're going to line these up. Make sure you line them up really good, like point to point and end to end. And make sure you adhere them good. And then one more. How did I do that? Okay, it's got to go, there we go. It's got to go this way. Got to make sure this is, there we go. I can't do it looking on it that way. There we go. Okay, make sure these are all adhered really good. So you see how our box top has formed just like that. Okay, so this was the part that was driving me crazy for over a week, was these ends here. I couldn't figure out, without making it too complicated, on how to keep these closed. So I decided to use the Designer Series paper. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use Fast Fuse. Again, you can use tear and tape for this. But I'm just going to use my Fast Fuse. And you are just going to take it around the box. Now I'm going to start here because I'm going to add my bow and sentiment here. So as you're going along, you have to hold your little corners closed and try to make them really accurate because it's going to determine the size of your box. And you want them all to be the same. And once you get 3 on, the next one's really easy. Okay, so it's closing up the top of your box. We're going to do the same with this piece. And this one may be a little bit longer, but we'll cut it when we get to the other part, if we have to. And then just make sure your corners are together. And it is a hair long. I'm going to just cut it right where the other one meets, which makes it easier than coming up short. So that's going to be the front of our box. So this is the back. So you see how that holds the top together now? Now we're going to make the bottom of our box. So this one's really simple. We're going to score this piece at 3 and 6, and then turn it and score it again at 3 and 6. Make sure you score these really accurately. It makes a big difference. Alright, so this part of the box, I've shown you this lots of times, and I'm just going to do it the same way. You're going to cut, here is the score line, you're going to cut in like maybe a 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch from there, and then cut it across. And this is going to be our glue tab. This is the easiest way to make these kind of boxes, and it takes out the basic bulk of the box. So we're going to do that on this side too. Again, it doesn't have to be perfectly measured exactly the same, as long as it's close. And then we're going to do this side the exact same way. And then one more. And we'll be ready to put it together. Try to straighten that one up a little bit. Alright, so let's get this mess all out of the way. So your box is going to look like that. We'll sharpen all the score marks. And again, I would use the tear and tape. I'm going to use the fast fuse because, like I said, I have a bunch of it still. Even though it's discontinuing, I have to use it up. I don't want to waste it. Now, when you put this box together, make sure you go right to the very end where it lines up, because you don't want it inside. You want your corners to meet perfectly, so this box fits right. So go right to the corners. And then one more. And then you have your box. If anything's sticking up, sometimes I have a little bit sticking up here, I just trim it off. This one looks pretty good. And then our box top should fit just right. It fits a little bit tight, but you want it that way. So there you have it. Now we're going to go ahead and add our sentiment. So I'm going to use some Whisper White. I'm going to grab the Just For You. I think I'm going to use the, I can use the Berry Burst for the bow, because I don't have any rich razzleberry, or I can use the Old Olive. Either one of them would look okay, I think. I think I'm going to go with the Berry Burst. And so I'm going to use Berry Burst ink for this, for the sentiment. or I can use the rich raspberry. Let me see what I got an extra piece here. I want to see what that will look like. I think that'll be fine. So I'm going to use the berry burst for the sentiment. And then what I'm going to do is take my 1-inch circle punch. I'm punching out just because. And then I'm going to punch with the 1 3/8 scalloped circle. I like to do this. And I'm going to layer these together. I'm just using, again, snail to adhere it. It coordinates pretty good. I'm going to just put a little bit at the top. I'm going to use the fast view so it stays. Just a little strip here at the top. I'm going to set it where that little area is that we met together. Just like that. I'm going to tie a bow free-handed with the berry burst. And then we're going to add it to our box. With a blue dot. Just at the top there. Okay, so there it is. There you have it. It's done. I like this one. It's really rich looking, and here's the other one. And it just says just because, but it'd be really cute for some those truffles or the Ghirardellis or anything. It's a really good size box. So if you need any supplies, you can go to my blog at stampingwithamore.com and shop right from my blog. I hope everyone has a blessed day, and I'll catch you in the next one. I'll see you later. Bye.